In this orientation video, I'm going to give you an overview of how your course is set up. First, your textbook is free. It's available through OpenStax, and you'll find a link to it in the left-hand navigation of your course. I'll place the cursor over to indicate its location. The way to best use the textbook in this course is as a resource. There are no assigned readings, and the quiz and exam questions do not come directly from the textbook. However, you will find that in the unit introduction for each module, the corresponding chapter in the textbook will be indicated. So here in the endocrine system, all related info is contained in chapter 17. If you like reading information, as I do, then you may find the textbook helpful to pick up the details for some of the more challenging topics. In addition, the textbook does contain some great illustrations, diagrams, and tables. If you check out the textbook and really like it, you can go to the textbook's website and order a print copy. They will just charge you for what it costs to print the book. This was around $60 the last time it was checked. Moving on. The first week of class involves completing the Getting Started module. You need to go through all the items within the first week and complete the module to remain enrolled in the course. Students who do not complete the assignments by the due date will be withdrawn in order to receive a full refund. It's been my experience that if these activities are not completed in the first week, it sets a pattern that does not translate to success in this course. The items can be clicked on individually, and each one is self-explanatory and user-friendly. I do want to point out on the welcome page, which, yes, you should read all the way through, that there are 3 sections. So, the first is a list of tech requirements. I'll let you know right now that I'm not your go-to tech person. For that, you'll need to contact the Student Help Desk. I'll show you where to find that in a moment. Next is information about the orientation and navigation of the Canvas course. And lastly, I've listed some important information, which includes a link to your syllabus and student support services. If you click on the services link, you're taken to the page that shows what is available at PC. Scroll down and you'll find Technology Services. These are your people for tech support. On my end, if the system is working for one student, that means my settings are correct and functioning. I will not be able to assist you with your specific issue. If you need a quick way to access the support service pages, here's the link in the module. Here. The next items are probably important to you as they include exam taking etiquette and my grading policy. Please note that when you see View under the assignment heading, you will need to open the page. When the Marked Done comment appears, you will need to complete a task. Lastly, Submit means that you are sending me a completed assignment for grading. For the Getting Started module, all these items must be completed or you will not be able to progress to the next module. At the bottom of the first module is where you'll find the schedule for the semester. This is one of several ways to check what is due. I recommend that you track due dates daily. The other places that graded assignments will appear are in your calendar and by clicking on Syllabus in this left navigation. You can see all the assignments for the semester in order by the due date. I've already mentioned the quiz and exam etiquette page, so let's click on that. What you have here is a brief explanation of exam information. You can see that I send a breakdown by topic of your exam questions via announcements. You will receive notification of my announcements if you have that set up. This video will guide you to how to best set up your notifications. I do recommend that you have them turned on. Please read through the exam etiquette information. So on this page, these rules are in place to be fair to all, and I'm being completely transparent as to what is required. This course utilizes a Lockdown browser and a webcam for all quizzes and exams. I do receive a notification if certain violations occur. However, all videos are viewed. Again, this is to be fair to all. I've created a video of myself performing an environment check so that it's clear as to what is required, minimally. Essentially, what will happen is when you're taking a test or a quiz, your webcam will record you. I promise I don't want to be invading your privacy. However, I get a red flag notification if your face is away from the computer screen for any length of time. If you're taking a test, you should be looking at the screen. So individuals who are looking away, using notes, using prohibited devices, or using a friend to talk to, well, obviously none of those are permitted. For some assignments, I also use Turnitin. I encourage you to open up the Turnitin resource page and learn more about how Turnitin works. The second module in your course lists tips for success. I'm asked this one frequently, and I'm sharing the basics here. Of course, I'm happy to meet with you individually to work out a plan that best works for you. Lastly, I want you to know that each of the 8 lesson modules for this course are set up to provide you with resources that includes your lecture and lab notes, study guides, links to outsourced videos, practice quizzes, and all of your assignments. It should be easy to follow along. I'm here to support you throughout the semester, and the quickest way to resolve your issue is to reach out to the appropriate resource. So I've already mentioned that tech-related questions should be addressed by the Student Help Desk technicians. However, once in a while, Canvas will update and create glitches, usually dealing with Lockdown browser. In these cases, absolutely reach out to me. I hope this video has been helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.